So we're with the Motor Ombudsman and Lindley's Autocentre today to talk about a new tyre safety awareness campaign that they are both involved in. So Simon, if you could just tell me a bit more about the Motor Ombudsman kind of report that came out and the worrying statistics that kind of came out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we commissioned a survey of 2,000 people across the UK. And on the subject of tyres, it came back with the fact that about a third of people would consider buying part-worn tyres if they needed to replace them. So if you think that's about 700 people just out of those 2,000, it's quite a concerning statistic, the amount of part-worns could potentially go on vehicles. So off the back of that, we've launched this campaign. We have an award-winning track record when it comes to tyres. But the most important thing is we want to educate motorists. As an ombudsman, we're not just a dispute resolution provider. We've got a big audience, a big portal that's very much visited, and we've got plenty of resources on there, from buying a car through to maintaining a car as well. And tyres has always been a popular subject. Everyone needs them, everyone uses them. And it's an important part of tyre safety, or vehicle safety rather. So we wanted to really announce, that part-worn tyres are an important subject to take into account when you're maintaining a vehicle, and the risks of doing so.
So you're working with Lindley's auto centres, so it's great to see you guys here today. Could you both kind of explain firstly the dangers of using part-worn tyres, and obviously that there's a kind of a customer service kind of angle on this, of like how workshops should have kind of confidence to kind of say to people, no, we are not interested in fitting kind of customer given parts. So firstly, why are they so bad?
Lindley's will categorically state that we don't fit part-worn tyres at all at Lindley's, and we would find that most motor ombudsman accredited garages will give the same answer. It's not something that we really want to be doing at all. The dangers of part-worn tyres are the hidden dangers. It's not about what you can see. We've got a tyre at the side of us here that if you look at it from a distance, it looks quite good. If you measure the tyre, you will actually see that it's got 7 mil of tread depth on there. Okay. So most people understand tread depth on cars, and they understand that your tyres need to have tread. Unfortunately, though, on this tyre, it is showing some signs of cracking in between the tread along there.
See that.
Which on its own is not too much of a concern. But when you bring into the fact that the tyre, which has a date code on there,
There you go.
so you've got the DOT code here, and right on the end of that, you've got 4 digits, and it says the 51st week of 2017 when this tyre was manufactured. So then we're saying, okay, this tyre may have good tread, but it's 9 years old, and it's already showing signs that the compound is breaking down and cracking and splitting. And it's not educating the consumer to look for those items in there. Part-worn tyres can have lots and lots of hidden dangers, and that's just one of them. It could be incorrectly repaired inside. It could be run on flat and the damage is internal and you can't see that. It could have been subject to potholes, curbing, any kind of damage, or even come off an accident damaged vehicle when it's been subjected to all kinds of stresses. I think it's really important for the tyre industry to get that message across so customers can make an informed decision rather than just based on they're cheaper, they're part-worn, they look okay. Let's get that information out there so they understand what they're buying and how it may not be the value it's initially perceived as being.
Yes, so I think that part of the problem as well is obviously with the cost of living kind of crisis at the moment. Obviously, a lot of motorists are trying to kind of maybe cut corners if they can, and they might think, oh, well, that seems like a really good idea to kind of get something that's a bit cheaper. But I don't know if you wanted to come in and just kind of explain about how you would go about kind of explaining to kind of customers that come in, and to have the confidence to kind of say to them, look, this really is not a good idea. You're not saving money. You're kind of, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. I mean, the country is economically suffering at the moment, and we have seen multiple part-worn tyre shops popping up all over the place. So there's no doubt there's more people fitting part-worn tyres to their car. I think the thing that you have to point out is, there is ways of saving money in other areas. One thing that you probably shouldn't try and save money on is tyres. The thing that you're driving 70 mile an hour down the motorway, and I appreciate, money is money, but I wouldn't, safety comes first in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I've got to say on that, to be honest.
Well, thanks so much. I think that's a really important message, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to add this about my time.